Was it always that way, guys, for the backs? Like you're kind of, it's people are speaking in tongues and double Dutch when you're talking about lineouts.
Well, I suppose like they would have went off and had their line out meetings, and you kind of, I used to walk by them and go straight off the top, guys, and they just go away, you winger. So look, it's just something. That's the kind of unusual thing about rugby, and like you play a game like Gaelic football. I know you've got different like positions, but it's essentially not too different in the game of rugby. That's what I suppose why we love it. It is. Everyone's got like kind of their different roles, but like I wouldn't be like, my husband is a forward or was a forward, doesn't play anymore, and he loves lineouts. He could be sitting there, he looks like he's thinking about something really important. Like, what are you thinking about? Lineouts. He'd be going through what lineout would work and how he changed it. So like it was good to, I suppose it was good when I was playing to have him, because I think the better understanding you can have of these things, the better you can be as a player, and understand that the whole thing comes together for you. Because there can't be that separation, obviously.
The intricacies of it. Yeah, it's the intricacies of it. Like, I don't even give the forwards half enough credit. Like, they have so many different positions. So like they've 4-man, they could have 3-man, 4-man, 5-man, full man. They could have, they could stand at the front, they could stand at the back. Some lads could be playing in the second row. They can also cover the back row. And a lot of the time, Shane, as you mentioned there, like backs we do our thing, we'd have a bit of crack and then finish up, and the forwards are still doing their lineouts, because there's so many of them. There's so many variations. There's so many nuances within a lineout where it could be all related to the hooker's throw. It could be related to a second row raising his eyebrows. It could be a nod. It could be scratching a nose. It could be, a pre-call. It could be, anything. And then you have to factor in, well, what do the opposition think you're going to do? Where will they be standing? What have they reviewed? What have they not reviewed? So it's a real game of chess that goes on at lineout time. So, when it does go wrong, it's not really surprising from time to time that it's robbed, because the top teams are pouring so much analysis into lineouts, because it's such a source of front foot ball for teams now. You've so much space to attack, and we don't give enough credit, I think, because I remember watching it and you're kind of going, oh my God, how many different lineouts or variations off this 5-man have you got, where there's movement and then the timing of it. It's incredible.
And like sometimes the hooker will be blamed for the throw, and it's not his problem or her problem. It might be just timing of the lift or, different things like that. But yeah, like complexity, when you look at their calls and what they have to remember, and like, we backs moves and you're trying to remember them, but like, thank God I wasn't a forward, because that's a lot of information.
It is a fair thing.
Yeah, it's a lot to take. Even yesterday in studio and off the ball breakfast, Alan Quinlan was saying, like, the night before some matches, Paul O'Connell would be knocking on the door at 10 or 11 o'clock at night, and he'd open the door and he would just be thinking about something to do with the line out, and it came to him and he just wanted to share the information, the night before a match. It's insane. And then
they have defensive lineouts on top of that.